Greetings, fellow weirdos! 'Tis I, the almighty and powerful Omega 360! And welcome to a relic from my childhood, Code Lyoko Quest for Infinity.
Here we are, going far to save all that we love. If we give all we've got, we will make it through. Here we are, like a star, shining bright on your world today. Make evil go away. Code Lyoko will reset it all. Code Lyoko, be there when you call. Code Lyoko, we will stand real tall. Code Lyoko, stronger after
I send your nostalgia senses on a trip with that sequence right there. I hope I did. Don't even pretend to hide it. You know you watched the show as a kid, and you also know that you loved it to pieces. So quit your bitching. Alright, so yeah, I'm playing this for the Wii. This game was released on back in 2007 on the Wii, the PS2, and the PSP, but it was initially released on the Wii. And it's the superior version because, well, you'll see in a second. But yeah, this isn't the greatest game out there, but it's definitely fun. At least for fans, probably only like diehard fans are going to enjoy it. Anyways, the game takes place like during like season 4 and kind of goes off on its own events and stuff like that. You'll see how in a second. But for now, let's just explore around Caddick. Let's, Jean-Pierre Delmas right here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Children, did William tell you he was leaving school?
No, sir.
That's strange. His father's voice sounded weird when he called me. I hope that nothing serious has happened to him. Anyway, have a good day.
Okay, yeah, so, spoiler warning. If you haven't watched the show, well, look like somewhere up online to watch the show because all the episodes, it was on Netflix and it was on iTunes as well, but then for some reason it got shut down. I think because Taffy Entertainment got bought out by some other company. I think I don't really know the full details about it. Anyways, but yeah, at the end of season 3. Xana succeeded in like destroying Lyoko. He was like erasing all the sectors from Lyoko for them to cut off access to Sector 5 because that's where his deepest, darkest secrets were kept. And since he had gotten free from the supercomputer in season 2, at the end of season 2, he really didn't have any need for Lyoko anymore. So he just decided to destroy all the sectors and Sector 5 along with it, so that it would basically destroy the means for the kids to fight against Xana. And at the end of season 3, they had recruited William to be their newest Lyoko member, which seemed like a good idea at the time, but Xana decided to spot it as an opportunity and decided to enslave William as one of his pawns. So he was the one who then succeeded in destroying the Lyoko core and then Lyoko with it. And then at the start of season 4, Jeremy and Aelita were then starting to rebuild Lyoko with files that they had gotten from Franz Hopper, who was both Aelita's father and the creator of Lyoko. Again, spoilers. You haven't watched the show, well, go watch it, because then you'll have a better idea of what I'm talking about. Alright, let's see what Millie here has to say.
Aren't you participating in the college drawing contest? You still have time to sign up, you know. It's happening behind this door, but don't make any noise. Some of them are already working.
Yeah, the development of this game, it had a contest basically for right here for people to submit their fan drawings and stuff like that. And this is this was the winner of it, Sarah Corenjo, and she got her own animation in the game. That's definitely a good drawing right there, very creative. This one is by Grant Ponciano. I have no idea if the guys who made these drawings are watching this, but Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Is that like an ant? Rachel Clark. A sea monster of sorts. I don't know. Colleen Morgan, A. Bear Herbert, or I don't know, however you pronounce that last right. Sue Ellen Lopez. What do we got here? The drill worm. I'd really liked to have seen some of the monsters, if like the winner of the monster put in this game. It would be nice instead of just a drawing. That one is by Brianna Hemmendinger. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ashley Conklin. And that is I'm using a HDMI to RCA converter here, and it totally botches the brightness quality because my dad doesn't have any TVs that have HDMI ports, so I'm just using this. That is a shit. My earphones fell out. Yeah. Thankfully, this TV also has earphone ports, so now you don't have to listen to screwed up audio quality when I'm recording it on here, because I forgot to put my headphones in there. That is a Lysosaur and a serpent. Very creative right there. Camilla Bermudez. Named after the Bermuda Triangle. That looks like a cross between like a bomb and like something else. I don't know. This is personally my favorite. Allison Leanne. This is personally my favorite. Quite honestly, I think this should have been the winner of the contest. Because look at that design. It's gigantic. It's intimidating. It looks like it's going to swallow your soul. That's my favorite out of this. Preston T. Greer. Not really sure what that's supposed to be, but obviously it's supposed to be in the forest sector. Ashley Heisman, I think. Again, not... Wait. So that's supposed to be like a cross between a... I forget what Pokemon it is. It's like a bellflower-shaped Pokemon. Again, I forget. I'm not really sure what this is. What is that, like, so, is that supposed to be, like, for some demonic version of Kiwi? The Kiwi is Odd's dog, if you don't know. And that is a spider of some sort. Or a cocoon of some sort. I have no clue. James Liang. That looks nice. Like a wildebeest of some sort, like wild mutt-ish. Back in the day where Cartoon Network wasn't putting out shit shows. Back in the day. I'll turn this way for a bit. Quimera. I don't know. Zach Murray, the Scorpion. Sorry, but they kind of beat you. Sorry, Zach, but they kind of beat you to the punch in the first Code Lyoko game, which wasn't that good, by the way, for the DS. They already made like the Scorpion as like a DS exclusive game for that, and again, yeah, they're like, technically speaking, even though this game has like 2 other ports, technically there have only been 3 Code Lyoko games that have been made, and that was the first one for the DS, Get Ready to Virtualize, this one, Quest for Infinity, and then the next one for the DS, Fall of Xana, which technically speaking is like a DS port of this game, just with like a different gameplay. Nicholas Joseph. Like a Final Fantasy 4 or 9 type gameplay, which I will admit was actually pretty creative, but it's basically Quest for Infinity, but with Final Fantasy type gameplay and the Colossus thrown in there, which they didn't really do a good job of throwing the Colossus in there. It was lazy and it did not put up a fight. I was able to, wham, nail it. The rest of the bosses, they put up a good fight though. Patrick McCarthy. Cobra. It just looks like some sort of creeper with like lightsabers for arms. And then Tao St. Paul Amordam. I have no clue if I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever. It looks like something that could be used for the digital C right there. Hang on a second. Let me get this. This is here. Now it's back up to life. Okay, good. But yeah, that's all the artwork in there. So enough of that. And here we have Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going?
You're not at the factory?
No way. It's too nice out to glue my eyes to a computer screen.
You sure you're okay, Jeremy?
No worries, cutie. I'm in great shape.
What?
Panic. It's Jeremy's clone.
Oh,
He
okay.
programmed it so he could spend more time on Lyoko while still being in class.
All right, I want one too.
Really? Why? Haven't you got enough time to sleep and pig out after class?
Hey, babe. Something on your mind?
Okay, so yeah, Jeremy was trying to find a way to bring William back because people at the school were starting to notice that, you know, William was missing and they figured that something strange was going on. So Jeremy had to figure out a way where he could be in two places at once, and the only thing that he could figure out was to create like a polymorphic specter clone of himself. But there was a catch. There was a bit of a glitch. The clone was a bit of a flirt. So, yeah, that caused some issues. And then Xana also took control of the clone and just created all sorts of problems. So, yeah, didn't really work out too well. Here's Tamia. Let's see what she's got.
Are you wondering what's behind this door? I wondered too, and after asking around, I discovered that it was only a maintenance room for setting the parameters of this game.
So yeah, right there, that's the options menu, which seems a bit redundant, which not really much to do about there. Oh yeah, and then over here, it's like goodies for unlockables and stuff that we recover when we're exploring Lyoko. Let's talk to the bitch.
Hey, Ulrich! Any chance you could give me an interview? I'm writing an article about the good-looking guys on campus.
You figure you're a journalist?
Editor-in-chief, to be exact. From now on, the Caddick News is me!
Cool. Look, about the interview, I haven't got
Well,
much
that
time.
gives me an even
I'll have to get to
bigger
the pool.
reason
Why don't you
not
ask
to
He's
read
always
any
got
news
scripts about the menu
whatsoever.
at the snack bar.
Yeah, you want to be happy about the menu for lunch. We're having quiche.
Very funny.
And here's Nicholas.
I tried to get out lots of time during recess, but it never worked. The only thing I got was detention. Definitely not cool.
Yep, that's kind of what happens. All right, let's go to the factory. See what's going on over at the plot.
Odd. What are you doing here? Don't you have a math class?
Yeah, but I'm totally lost.
It's not that complex. Math just needs a little logic and...
Easy for you to say,
No,
Mr.
not
Computer Genius.
the logic
Anyway,
stuff.
have you
I
finished
hate
reading Lyoko?
logic.
Almost.
Why
Another
must
couple
I
of days,
think with
and
my
it'll be up
brain?
That's great.
That I
Can't
don't
wait to try out my new
probably
outfit. It
maybe
makes me look
don't
real
have.
good.
Lyoko isn't Halloween off, and Xana has been strangely quiet recently, so there's no reason to go.
Come on, be a pal. Just a couple of minutes.
Out of the question.
Oh man, what a wet blanket.
You should go back to your math class. There's a quiz next week.
What about William? No signs of life? Can I go get him?
No, but I don't know how long we can keep hiding his absence from the principal.
No prob, Einstein. With your genius and my talent, we'll find him in no time.
I hope so.
How many days have you been working nonstop? Shouldn't you sleep a little? You work too much, you know.
Odd may be a
No time
clown,
for
but he
sleep.
does have his
Super
serious
Scan
moments.
shows a tower coming online in the desert sector. I'll call the others.
No, don't. If they skip class, I won't be able to copy their notes. I'll take care of it.
Okay, go ahead. I'll start the procedure.
Don't you need Aelita to do that? Aelita's the only one who can deactivate the towers on Lyoko. Well, at least she was before that shit evolution. It seemed like a good idea on paper, but it was just terribly executed. Alright, the holomap. The holomap allows you to choose where to... Okay, basically, you get to, you get to select where to go on the holomap. And then we have upgrades, which I have absolutely 0 points to do, so there's no point in doing that right now. So, let's get this show started.
Scanner.
For those of you who seem to know, who seem to think, wow, I know what I'm doing for this game. Just because, yes, I have played this game before, but then I sold it, which probably was a mistake for me because I really like this game.
Is that it, Odd?
So yeah, I got it
Never
back
get
just
tired of
recently.
this new outfit. So classy.
Get serious, okay? We have to find the tower and disable it.
No problem.
Yeah, I know how to move. There's one thing, the graphics and like the map design,
You
they
may
are
have a
really
new outfit,
identical.
but the basics are still the same. Hey, this place looks just right for jump training.
I already know how to jump. But yeah, I do like how the maps were designed on this. The graphics, well, they're not the best graphics ever, but then again, graphics don't make the game. I do like how, like, everything, like the maps were designed and the character models, all identical to the show, and that really works in this game's favor. And platforming is actually pretty good, too. And so are the gameplay controls for each respective character.
Shoot at the switches to activate them.
Yes. Okay, so this is why the Wii controls are superior than the PSP or the PS2 controls. Alright. Well, what do we got going here?
Hey, Odd, you've got company.
Ah,
Don't
a
worry, I'll take care of
Cankerlot.
it.
Cankerlots are basically like the weakest of Xana's monsters. They're pretty easy to destroy. Yeah, on their own, they're not that... On their own, they're not that tough, but in numbers, they can be a bit of a nuisance.
Odd,
Alright.
use this well of life to fill up on life points. Then hang on to this wall with your claws.
Yeah, these grid, you see these grid powder right here? Only Odd can climb them with his cat claws and stuff. Upsies. Odd's always been one of my favorite characters in Code Lyoko.
It's William.
Yep.
I found it.
There's William.
It looks more like he found you.
This badass sword and riding on his
If you think you can
iconic
scare me
manta.
with that, William.
Alright, so we got 2 Cankerlots and a Hornet. Not really dangerous, but the monsters will get more dangerous as time proceeds. As the game progresses. Alrighty, so that's them down. Now for the tower.
Thanks for cleaning up the zone, Odd. I'm taking control of the tower remotely. Stick around.
No problemo. I'm also an expert at doing nothing.
He kind of is. Okay, so for those of you arguing, and yeah, I do have a gripe about that particular scenario right there, where Jeremy just takes control of the tower, because, yes, Jeremy can take control
Nice
of the
going,
tower
Odd.
by
You did
activating
a really
tower.
good job.
Thank you,
But,
thank you. You see, I told you that I could handle it. My new outfit gives me wings.
Now that the
I
tower
don't
is
exactly
neutralized,
remember
Xana should leave
ever
us
there being a
alone till we
moment in a
finish
show
rebuilding
where
Lyoko.
activating a
And
tower
I'm more and more
that
worried
Xana
about
has
William.
activated
We need to get him out of
beforehand
Xana's clutches.
got an idea?
actually solved
No.
anything.
But for now,
'Cause,
no more
to
solo
quote Odd,
missions. It's far too
Xana
dangerous.
doesn't like it when we play with his toys.
I've got work to do. You and the others come
So yeah,
back and
that's
see me
like my
later.
only issue for like the events
I'm sure
in this
I'll have
game.
other missions for you.
But hey, I guess we needed an excuse to get the tutorial in. Okay, so let's see what's going on around here.
Say, you haven't seen Sissy by any chance? I did all her homework and have to give it to her before chemistry class.
No idea.
Really? Sissy, where are you?
A real slave.
Yes, he is. He has a hopeless crush on Sissy and will do anything to please her. I just realized how several ways that could have been taken out of context when I said that.
Delarubia, how's our little secret doing?
Yo, well, no problem, Jim. All locked up and I threw away the key. Nobody will hear a word about Paco, King of Disco.
Shh! For God's sake, Delarubia, not so loud. There are people around.
Oh
I
man.
don't want news spreading about my acting career.
Jim was actually a disco actor back before he became a phys ed teacher, but as his usual motto, I'd rather not talk about it. Which there's actually an episode that was literally named that.
Hey, do you know where Sissy is?
You're the reporter. You're supposed to know these things.
Oh, I resigned.
Oh, yeah? And Millie?
She's gone too. Sissy is a disaster. She only wanted to write articles about herself, so we split. If she keeps this up, she'll change the Caddick News into an all-about Sissy tabloid.
And then it's one of those times where Xana's attacks just seem mundane compared to that.
Leave me alone.
What's wrong, Mrs. Hertz?
It's you. You! I can't take it anymore. I haven't slept all week because of you students. You're in my nightmares. I'm all alone in front of you, thousands of you, right there looking at me with your vicious little eyes and your pointy little teeth like vampires.
Hey, me too. I had a nightmare last night. Kiwi had turned into a giant and he was flying around the sky dropping poison meatballs. And there I was, swimming around in an ocean of fish batter. But I couldn't drown. The stuff was too thick.
Leave me alone.
Odd. Always got food on the brain. That's what happens when you eat a lot before you sleep. Or, in my case, when I drink before I sleep. I get a lot of vivid dreams when I drink before I sleep.
So what was it you had to tell us that was so important?
I hope it's good news.
I put the finishing touches on Lyoko. There was still some Franz Hopper info to decode, and I had to develop a code-cracking module for the binary and dynamic data, and...
Are you finished or not?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
Cool.
So what have you been working on lately?
Aelita and I have figured out a way to track William.
Spit it out, Einstein. What is it?
We have to cross the digital sea.
Are you crazy? Do that and we'll be devirtualized forever.
Don't panic. Aelita and I have been working all week. We fixed up a ship that will take us across the digital sea unharmed.
Oh, right.
That was my favorite.
The
That was
ship.
one of my favorite parts of season
Show
4.
me.
I mean, it's not quite ready just yet.
Okay, let me guess. You need us to get some data back from Lyoko, is that it?
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
that's
the
it.
text
I've
scrolling
been
is
checking,
getting out of
and
sync
we're
with the
missing
voice
some of the
acting.
dipolar data blocks.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Okay, I'll start the procedure.
You'd think that's something the programmers would have noticed. Alright, so off to Sector 5 we go. No, wait, that's the desert sector. Can't go back there yet. Hey, Dad.
Scanner on.
What? Yeah, sure.
Scanner Ulrich.
No, I'm not doing FaceTime. I'm recording. Yeah, sorry about that. I was talking to my dad right there for a second. I'm gonna go practice driving. Yeah, I don't have my learner's permit. Don't judge me. People are slower than some of you.
Scanner Aelita. Virtualization. Let's get going. We have to recover the data that we need to finish the ship. By the way, I wasn't able to recode your powers and skills. The data was lost when Lyoko was destroyed.
Oh, no.
Damn you,
Don't panic.
William.
You should be able to pick up the data packs, which will let me reprogram you.
Alright, so I think that's about where I'll stop for now. So, join me next time in where we explore Sector 5 to get everything that we need to complete the skid, and then cross the digital sea to see what lies beyond that. Until then, this is the Omega 360, signing off! Enjoy your day, everybody.